Well, THV 11 is following breaking news tonight as we continue to learn more about a deadly plane crash in Little Rock. The Federal Aviation Administration tells us 5 people were killed in that crash just moments after the plane took off. I'm Faith Woodard, and we have live team coverage this evening. Our Rolly Hoyt is at the scene of the crash. He's been working all afternoon to learn more about the tragic incident and the people on board and what could have caused the crash. And Rolly, we've just learned that all 5 of those victims were employees at CTEH.
Yes, correct, Faith. This is a environmental consulting firm based in North Little Rock. They were flying on a private executive jet, making their way towards an industrial accident in central Ohio, right at the same time as a line of high winds moved across central Arkansas. We got that confirmation earlier today from CTEH. As we said, they specialize in consulting whenever there's a big mess someplace environmentally or industrially. These engineers come in and try and solve the problem. But first they had to get out of Little Rock a little bit today during that line of storms. What we know is around 12 o'clock, the plane was cleared for takeoff. They made their way down the runway toward College Station, the southeast section of the highway ramp. A couple of minutes later, they were out of the sky. Local officials on hand found a smoky wreckage area near the 3M plant and announced a short time later that there were no survivors. Let's bring in Frederick Price, who was one of the first people who got to the scene earlier this afternoon and got some of the data on when the plane took off and what the weather was like at that time.
Yeah, Rolly. First, really just a devastating scene and day for those people who were involved in this. I can't tell you that. It happened around noon, as you said. Those 5 people that were on board, they did not survive. I do know that the Pulaski County Sheriff's Department told me that it was kind of a rescue mission. That plane kind of crashed in a wooded and rocky area, and they really had to comb through and find those people, but they were able to recover all of those bodies. It happened around noon, as you mentioned. It was taking off from the Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport, and as it departed, that's when they ran into those unfavorable weather conditions, gusty winds, heavy rainfall, and it happened about a mile or so from the airport in the 3M plant, which is to the right of us. We have a recap of what police said earlier. Let's take a look at that.
Shortly before noon today, a small aircraft was taking off from Little Rock Airport. It got within a mile of the airport and it crashed out here shortly before you get to the 3M plant. We are investigating the scene right now. They got the National Transportation Safety Board on the way.
A much different scene at this hour. When we first arrived to the scene, we did see a lot of law enforcement agencies, the Little Rock Police Department and Fire Department, as well as county officials, the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. And right now it is in the hands of the National Transportation Safety Board. But as I mentioned, really just a devastating day, and hopefully we'll have some more answers to our questions in the coming days.
Absolutely right. And about what caused the crash, as you mentioned, the NTSB now takes up the investigation. But in talking to our meteorologists earlier today, they described as that line of storms moved through. At 11:35, the National Weather Service issued a warning, a special weather statement about the high winds that were possible. At 11:55, the airport detected winds of around 45 miles per hour in one direction. 5 minutes later, a detection in about a 90-degree angle different way. Trying to take off in that is very dangerous. We don't know for sure if that's the thing that brought this plane down, but it certainly brought dramatic weather conditions as that plane tried to take off. We're going to try and get more details about the people involved in the crash today and the company and the work they were doing. We'll have those coming up for you tonight at 6. For now, we're live in College Station. Rolly Hoyt, THV 11 News.